So I'm super excited to share. We just set this up for one of our Branded Agent University partners. They're going to be using it specifically in addition to everything that we can do with onboarding people that have already made the decision to join your team. This team is going to be using it specifically to add value up front and get people in their environment so they can track progress, but also deliver value up front. And so we set up some codes that they can give depending on the user, even a code to educate and influence the people that we're trying to get to join our team. So I'm going to share my screen here and show you what we did for this team. And if it's something that you think is going to be useful to you, then you can schedule a call here on where you're watching this and we can talk about what it would look like for you. So without further ado, let me change my screen and we'll do a walkthrough. Okay, so here I am at this login screen. Now just imagine that this is their login screen with their logo, or better yet, imagine it's your login screen with your logo and everything. And this is where everybody who joins the team will ultimately create an account and access everything that they might need. But the other way that people might end up here, if you're following the strategy that this team is using, is that everywhere where they're in front of an audience, they're having those people, regardless of whether they're on their team or not, create an account at their university and access value, training, other resources. So this allows them to deliver value up front. It also allows them to track progress and consumption, but allows them to deliver value up front to an audience as well in an environment that they control, that builds their brand authority, that passes the value, through their hands to the users, and again, allows them to track consumption and see who the people are that are most engaged and sort of prioritize who they might want to follow up with. So whoever ends up here is going to end up creating an account just like I'm doing here. Great, here we go. So you'll notice that the only thing that is on the dashboard in this case is this Branded Agent Pro Start here, which is just a cloned version of the onboarding that we've done for this client and several others. So this client happens to be with EXP, and these are all the steps in the onboarding process, or really what's the application process for that brokerage. And so that's the only thing they have available, so that they could tell somebody, go to our university if you're ready to join, click start here, follow the steps, and that'll lead to you getting your onboarding success certificate, and then you can move on to take the next step. So what they have also done, though, is for those users that aren't on their team yet, when they get here, they're given a code to put in, and they're given the code Explore EXP in this case. And when somebody hits join group and puts in that code Explore EXP, it unlocks all of this content. So Build 21 with Brent Gove was something that they wanted, that they got a lot of value of. It was on YouTube publicly, and so we were able to take that and put it in here both days. So that's straight up value to any of their users. They wanted this EXP explained section with several different videos from Jay Kinder, so we added those. They wanted what is EXP Realty. They also wanted the Expert Mentors live calls, which is a lot of value up front for anybody. There's over 100 of those calls talking about how to grow your business, and in this case, how to get the most out of the EXP model. But they've also asked us to include the NAEA Bootcamp buyer and seller certification training. So again, that's straight up value. And then they wanted to include the EXP model explained, which is a video with Brent Gove that they found really valuable. And you can see it actually tracks the amount of time, lets the user know how much time is left there. But anyhow, so you can see what they've done is there's a lot of content to educate, Build 21, without a doubt, Expert Mentors, the NAEA certifications, and there's some other content that might influence. But either way, if somebody spends the time to watch all this, regardless of if they're on your team or not, they're going to get valuable information to help them grow their business, and you're going to build credibility with them, and there's a good chance that they'll probably say yes, to join in your team. And you can track progress. So once you have somebody in this environment, you can go back and see, I wonder who watched all of that Brent Gove Build 21. I wonder who watched all these EXP videos with Kinder. I wonder who actually took time and went through the NAEA buyer and seller certification. So imagine that you had an audience of dozens, hundreds, thousands. There's a certain amount that are going to create the account that you've asked them to do. There's a certain amount that are going to watch a little bit of content. There's a certain amount that are going to watch a lot of the content. And I'd like to move those people watching a lot of the content up to the top of the list. And so this is a great way that team's going to use this system to do that. And if it sounds like it might make sense for you, we can talk about what that looked like regardless of what your situation is, even if you're not with this same brokerage. So click the thing you should see on this page, actually, to schedule a call, and then we'll talk about getting this strategy implemented for you.